What's going on, YouTubes? Time for recap. So, if you caught a little bit of the X post here, we had an interesting easy money day. 15 double fair value gap down here at 23,555. We had a really nice fib setup to get to those targets. A lot of GP, no tag stacked right here on that 5-minute chart. But as we warned in the Discord, as we were coming through, watching here, as we're posting this stuff, through the morning for the team. We talked about the QQQ, which is our live tag magnet. Way before it happened in pre-market, we were coming down to 569.83 was the trade plan. Okay. I wanted to be very thorough here. Okay. Everything will be for open. Obviously, it's too early for anything super clean. Be careful with trend, quote unquote. Here is not real till it's real, needs confirms or nothing. And that is where people got swept. I got some beautiful shorts from that roll. I wanted to get down here to that 74 and then down to the 55 targets. We cut this trade short at 1900 green across all the accounts, I think. Yeah. So we did about $6,000 on the fundeds there. We ended up using our fib high-low regular strategy here down to the 2618, and it did not hit the 100 after the 1618, which means if you draw a fib, it goes to the 100, or from the 100 to the 1618. It generally goes back to the 100 before going to the 2618. If it does not go from the 1618 back to the 100 to down, it skips that, breaks through the 1618, hits the 2618, and then usually has to rally back to the 100 or GP. This was a big sign for the sweep that led all the way up towards those 23,620s. That Fibonacci helped us out. We had a lot of SPY targets. We, again, are going over the algo we just placed here in pre-market on the QQQ, thus confirming where our short target GP was going to be at the open. Now, I was watching the high-low breakdowns here. You can see one of my live account trades here all the way down, working pretty good. And then we got swept, and I'll show you the position sizing here on that high sweep, because again, this was that roll down, right? A roll up and then down, and I'll show you see all those entry points. That's what it's called, getting swept by micros right there. This is why we always manage micros. And I'll show you, it looks something like this. So I was adding into that short roll, and that was that short sweep we were talking about, all the way back up to 22,620. This is why we use micros. It's a lot easier to manage, just in case. Well, at the end of the day, all of my ads, even on micros, because I knew where it was going, and it's not going to sweep me out and push me out with micros. If I would have loaded up 20 NQ, I probably would have been in trouble. But as you see here, on the garbage entry points on some of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of ads, even though I told everybody that the trend probably wasn't here yet and it was going to sweep, I'm just going to hold through it and play the average game because I know where it's going. So we ended up doing that. We got the nice big green. We did like 800 on the cash account. Small, big one was huge, and then 6K on the fundeds. Let's get into it. So we're going to give you guys the full rundown, exactly how I started planning the day so you can do it too. 15-minute chart is where we start. If you watched my YouTube video, the last one, I called coming back up to the 3GP here. We made the YouTube video here, and I said it's going to rally all the way back to this triple GP. I also went on to tell you that SPY has a 15-minute triple here for tomorrow. This going to be this huge pull scam, and pow. I'll see you guys up here tomorrow, potentially, to the 640. Because this triple 15, which we'll cover in the end of the video, is still open, and this is the trap. So let's talk about it. QQQ. You come into the day. How do we chart this up? If you want to see all those targets too, watch the last video. The last candle of the day was a no tag GP 15. So if you were to fib this baby out high-low, there was no GP. So I fibbed this one out. I changed the 15 minutes to neon green. After we have set a no golden pocket GP, why is this candle important? Well, 100 EMA VWAP 10 tags. If you are confused by that, go watch the mini Fibonacci masterclass I have in the live section. Now, we fully expected to get some scamola here to that upside, and this is that gnarly sweep. Now, it got swept twice during that algo, and it was kind of a pain, but expected. So as you see where our live trades were coming out, we did get that push past the 423.6. Now, this is something very important here. that fib recycling and first tags matter, which means we drew this candle on the last 15 of the day. After hours, pre-market does not matter. Only the live section matters. So 1618, 2618, 3618, 4 doesn't matter. There was no real tags because this candle is the last one on live. Not after hours, not pre. Shit does not matter. That's not how algos work. Now we come into the day and we have those 15s. And the seconds, and this is what I told the chat right here. Here's where we got our high-low from the algo. And then you've seen me push this box, and right here at 569.88 is what we covered in the last video. We had already called the short. Now, the big sweep pop, no big deal, right? After it shot up, I said, okay, once it goes under that 423.6, we're probably safe to come down to the GP zone. We washed all the way down to yesterday's highs and then some, all the way back, retracing the no tag 15-minute from the last candle right down to the GP. One Fibonacci to rule them all. Very interesting, right? I'm not going to give away too many other little intraday things that I went over. We are going to go over to SPY. And as my team, I was laughing here today. We were just talking about scan the longs, scan the longs, scan the longs. I wanted long, okay? See these sentiments here? I wanted long over the 100, and it was showing this nonsense roll right here. And it showed this big doji buy up right here. You see that 5-minute candle comes down, bloop, all the way back up. And then roll, right? And it's funny, I'm sitting here in chat and I'm like, guys, I want long. I don't really want to play the short. It's not my jam. Right now, I really want to hold this gold fib and come back up here. And that would be my end long best case scenario because we shorted the Qs a little bit on the MNQ. We swapped and we had that target of the SPY. So again, if you watch my last YouTube video, I said, everybody, I guarantee you will see 638.16, which is the 2618 fib from this specific triple 15. Okay, that's when we covered in the beginning. This is 3 separate 15-minute candles in one high-low range of 15. And then I told you guys to zoom in very close to this 100 EMA in the 5-minute, because then I said, I don't give a if it's way up here, it's coming down to the 100. I don't care if it's way down here, it's coming up to the 100 EMA 5-minute, which it did. We opened right on it, obviously, because that's how algos work. We called that right into the 100 EMA. Now, 2618 again, I said we would hit that. Okay, I forgot that part. Had to get that out of it. All right, back in to the regular system. I wanted long over the 100. And we didn't get it, which is fine. I just didn't play. I played the downside a little bit on that Q side of things, did some scalps for those GPs, but I really wanted to SPY to hold here. But what was the key? How did I know it was going to scam longs? And ask Chad, it was hilarious. I'm sitting here at 10. I'm just like, hurry up and scam longs. Hurry up and scam. It's right here. It's right here, right here, right here. We got these dojis. We got the higher low. I'm like, hurry up and scam longs. This thing is dead. Why did I know that? MACD, full moving average cross. RSI, bottom of the channel, 2 easy ones. Now I'll give you the sauce for the day here. Pay attention. This is huge. When you hear me say a lot of the time on YouTube, there's no reason for a gap up. Check the last like 5 videos. I said it 3 of the 5. No reason for a gap up. SPY's going to come down, close the gap. There's certain metrics that I teach that gap downs and gap ups, even on the VIX, just cease to exist. There's no reason for them. I'm not going to tell you guys here, but I went over all the metrics on my private stream, so on and so forth, on why this was going to work. Here's the open on the VIX. Comes down. I said the VIX is finally looking perfect right here. The whole morning, I was yelling at my chat, lows and high lows. I said, as long as we break out of the 100 EMA, we are going to yesterday's lows and potentially further to this gap and higher. We had not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 no tag GP candles above here. And I said, man, the VIX has a long way up to potentially come back and smash those along with those gaps. Now, speaking of gaps, we started in this little gap down, and I told everybody we're going to return to yesterday's lows. That's going to cause the big scam down. And we said that right here at 10 a.m., and that is when you've seen the scam break down. And I just went over and yelled at everybody for an hour and a half and said, don't long anything, even though I want long. I wanted the long up here, and now I see it not coming. I don't feel like reversing bias. We're already up $7,700. I'm not going to keep trading it. I will scalp a little bit here and there, but we hit our targets. So if you guys want to learn all this stuff and stream, I'm sorry, you can't stream. I stream. You want to join us during the stream every single morning. I'd love to have you. Links in the description. We narrate our trades every single morning that we can that I'm on, and we give you targets. Speaking of which, we didn't go over any targets, did we? All right, 2 more seconds. Let's go into the targets. 15-minute. I'll let you have the skinny right here. This triple is what I'm still banking on for SPY. I'll give you the sauce for free on YouTube. Bam, bam. Full rotation, 666. No tag, no tag. Anything above yesterday's close? For data? I'll see you up here tomorrow. Take care.